Hi, Tony.
Hello.
Hi, Juliet. How are you guys?
I'm tired. It's 1 a.m.
Thank you for being here. Tony, do you know Juliet Clark?
I don't. I was reading through the people on the call, and I was just starting to investigate them and see who well else was going to be there to talk to.
Oh,
Yes.
well, it's great to meet you. Why is it 1 o'clock in the morning? Where are you at?
Australia,
Ah, okay.
the dark end, bottom end of the world, really.
Awesome. Well, while we're waiting, I know we had a number of other that were planning on being here. I really want them to meet each of you. But Tony, do you mind sharing just a little bit about you before we get started?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Sorry, it's been a really big week. We've had complete uh, flooding down the eastern side seaboard of Australia, and ours was one of those properties that was involved in the flooding, and so it's been a hell of a week, really.
Oh, wow.
So our place looks like our place was completely surrounded by floodwater, so it now looks like a big brown muddy mess. But other than that, um, Juliet, I'm an online broadcaster, so I collaborate with entrepreneurs and businesses and do these amazing big packages that include radio, TV, podcast series of shows, together with social media, email and digital marketing, PR using Shannon and I are just about to use Shannon's PR for my clients as well, and we just provide a vehicle in which to get them in front of a global marketplace. So my audience is US, Canada, Europe, UK, tiny bit of Australia, but mostly the big. And if you're wanting to have a bigger impact on the world, then I partner with people and we get that done.
Great.
Awesome. Thank you. So Tony's going to be on the PR panel also, and excited to be a new power partner. Juliet has been not only a longtime friend and a business acquaintance, she is my strongest power partner. So there's lots of lessons to be able to learn from
Oh.
her. And she also is going to be, as you saw, one of the featured speakers there. And
Yeah.
I hired her to help me with my bestseller campaign for my book. She's just there's a lot going on. So Juliet, do you mind sharing a little bit about you?
No, not at
Okay.
all. And hi, Tracy. Like
Hi,
Tracy
Tracy.
came on and nobody said hi.
Hi, Wade. Hi, Tracy.
And it's early for her, so really happy that she's up. Um, so I own Super Brand Publishing, and we help authors
Oh.
build platforms and publish. We're a hybrid company, so we publish not only on Amazon but Barnes and Noble, Apple, Google, libraries, educational institutions. We're all over the place.
Oh, wow. That must keep you really busy, Julia.
I am pretty busy lately. Yes.
She also does a great magazine, Breakthrough
Oh.
authormagazine.com. She's currently has a subscription for free, but she pulls together experts that share marketing and all the aspects of publishing. One of the things I love about, and hi Bert, one of the things I love about Juliet is I feel like she has her thumb on the publishing market, unlike anybody I've seen. She really,
Yeah.
really knows her stuff.
It seems like everyone's wanting to write a book at the moment. Everyone seems to be doing it for a whole range of reasons, which is a wonderful opportunity for everyone. Having a book just gives you just that bit of credibility for personal and business as well once you've written a book, because it's no easy feat, let's face it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. And I have to say, speaking of no easy feat, Tracy has 2 coming out in May.
Oh,
So
wow.
she's like super busy.
Wow.
Tracy, do you mind?
Editing.
Tracy, do you mind doing an introduction and telling them what you're up to? I hope you guys don't mind. Tony's new to the community, so I have some to share, but I may talk a little more after each of you that I've worked with for a little bit.
No problem. Hi, Tony and Shannon.
Hi,
and
Tracy.
Juliet and Bert. How are you all? It is a little early here because we are getting the girls ready for school. So I have 2 young girls and an older one. So it's a little chaos here. So that's why my camera's not on. But yeah, I'm not presentable at this hour, as Juliet well knows. Anyway, I, along with my husband and partner, Tom, we own and operate one of the largest podcast production companies in the world. And when I say production companies, we mean the post-production side of things, everything from video to audio to blog to social share. What we do different that no one else does is we don't really handle the pre-production. We handle making sure everything is repurposed afterwards. We also host and distribute all of those podcasts and use advertising platform that is proprietary to us. And we are in the midst of an equity crowdfund campaign on Republic. So that's kind of exciting. Your general public can own a piece of Potadize.
Wow.
And I've been, let's see, because of my podcast, I have been writing articles and had a column at Inc. magazine for 4 years. I think I've written now over about 2,500 articles total in the last 5 years, maybe 6 years, something like that. And so I wrote for Inc. magazine for a while. I dropped my column in 2020. And then I now write Authority Magazine, Grit Daily, and a couple of other publications where I just seed too, including Breakthrough Magazine when they need something.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you want to see, obviously, some of Tracy's work, she has the Binge Factor. If you go to potatize.com, and Juliet has a great podcast. Do you guys mind putting stuff in the chats? Because as you guys know, I love collaborating. That's part of why I wanted you guys to come on today. Tracy, please share your crowdfunding and your blog. And what I love about Tracy's work is that I hope it's okay to say this. A lot of people do podcasts. It is okay. I'm going to say it. A lot of people do podcasts, and I feel like they're missing the mark. And Tracy has that formula that if you can really maximize every aspect of your podcast to get the most impact out of it, she's got that formula and does it all for you. I've been in pre-launch for a while, so I love her team. I love her process. And really, I think it's a great deal, Tracy. I hope that's okay to say that.
No, absolutely okay. Thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, and Tracy is going to be also, Tony, on the media panel with you. She is going to come in earlier and do the VIP lunch that day before. And I'll go over the agenda and make sure we'll do that in a minute. But I just want to make sure everybody meets everybody. Juliet, anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's it. I
Okay,
put everything over in the chat.
Okay, perfect. All right, we have Bert Oliva, which I am really thrilled that he is here. We've done a ton of live events together. This guy is a social media maven. And we have his wife, Alexa. Alexa, you have a black screen and Bert has a black screen, which is okay. But you two are a beautiful power couple. Do you mind doing an introduction? You're muted. You're muted.
Hello. Sorry, just got back from the gym, so.
You're beautiful.
My name's Alexa Oliva, and what I'm in charge of is pretty much making sure that all the logistics are ready for Bert whenever he travels and does his events. And then also I run a company called BOA Studios, where we do speaker reels, author reels, legacy reels, all kinds of video content for companies. And we love doing it.
Awesome. And so Alexa's actually been on a media panel before. She was a rock star. A couple other things that I love about what they do. She comes from a very strong commercial background. I think it was HBO. Is that right? You've done like
HBO, Sony, AXN, City of Sunny Isles, you name it.
Yeah, and they've also had clients where they've had ideas and they help build it and get it pitched on national TV. Like, is it the Flipping Guys? Am I saying that right, Alexa? Yep. Yeah. Yep. So
they were the stars of Flipping Wars on A&E.
Great. So I'm super glad you're here. And is Bert on the down low today?
I don't know. I know he was on with the client, so I don't know if he's here or not here. There's Val.
Okay, perfect. So
he knows he's supposed to come on, so I'm sure he's gonna come on real quick. So
okay, all right.
He's just finishing up.
So Bert's also a keynote presenter. Regina's here. Regina, can you do a quick intro? Regina's coming in as a mentor, and I'll explain some of this stuff, but I really want you guys to know and feel each other first, and then we'll get into the logistics quickly.
Morning, everyone. I'm Regina Rosa Celeste. I'm happy to be here and really, really honored and excited to be part of the event. Thank you, Shannon, for having me. And what I do is I teach mindfulness and inner peace to companies, families, communities, schools. Very fortunate that I've been doing that work for a bit. And I'm really, really grateful I got to work with Bert and Alexa and Val and soon to be Juliet. So Tony, I think you are going to be on my list too, and Tracy. So excited to meet everyone.
Beautiful, beautiful. Val, did you want to do a quick intro?
Hi, everybody. I work with Alexa and Bert, and I'm a behind the scenes person, operations, technology. That's about it.
She helps them produce rock star online events. So they've got some really wonderful stuff. All right. So I think, Bert, if you want to pop in and say hi, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to jump right in. We did do a final, nothing is final with what we're doing. We did recently update the website. And so I'm going to drop that link in, but I would love if each of you are able to check in on your information, making sure that it's going where you want. We have put in here, what we think would be impactful for people to join us. For example, we put podcast monetization expert and host. Tracy, if you see that there's something better, we really wanted to make this so it gets people excited about what your area of expertise is. Also, if you have not registered yet, which I think all of you have, you want to go down here and there's a mentors only registration and be able to register. So I'll show you how to zero this out. But we do have, one of the things that I'm doing differently here this time is I'm actually giving some of you some general admission tickets for special guests, team members, 2-day interactive. I know Juliet, you've given them to some great clients, which I'm really excited about. Thank you for that. So that's something that a part of being in this royalty pool, it is, we do want you to get those out so that we can have a large participation in the event. We're also doing monthly free training. We've been doing that every month. We just did one for this month. I'll let you know the next one so that you guys can chime in. If you're able to participate, you get a chance to speak, you get highlighted at the event. Like Juliet, when she came on, we're plugging her magazine, and we do breakout rooms so that you will get to know people ahead of time and hopefully can foster some business prior. So that's something that you can also participate on. You do get to be featured as a mentor. Now I know Tracy, you're doing one lunch. I know Tony, you're in a different time zone and just doing the media panel. In the mastermind lunch, and I know many of you are familiar with our mastermind lunch, but let me just go through this. We are going to get into breakout rooms. And so this is for the VIP and elite. I invite you that day to have a lunch ready. We'll do a quick break so that people can go and grab their lunch. and then it's eating on Zoom and networking. But as that mentor, I'm going to strategically, I'm connecting with everybody that's registering. I'm going to do the best I can to strategically place people where I think would benefit them and benefit you. But also when we're there, those of you that have been a part of the summit, what makes this a little bit different is we're really focused on sales and marketing and media, anything sales, marketing, and media. So they may come to you and say, hey, take a look at my website. Hey, take a look at my power bio. What do you think of this tagline? So we really want to keep them, in that lane, and they're coming to you as that expert. So as that expert, if you don't know, this is part of why I want you guys to meet. It's okay to say, hey, why don't you go talk to Tracy? Right? So Tracy might be a better fit, or Juliet's really good at that, or Alexa, let's see if Alexa can help. So we want to keep the referrals within the community while we're doing the event. I know each of us have huge Rolodexes, right? But while we're in the community, we really want to support each other that are here to network together and send them with each other. We are going to have, Yang is going to be there helping manage the breakout rooms and things like that. So Yang will be our go-to person. What will happen at the lunch is you'll be in the room. We'll give you the time of exactly how it is. It's usually an hour and a half. So we'll want to divide up the time to make sure everybody has enough time. And I'm counting on you guys to make sure that there's extra time. And that last person, we got to make sure that last person gets their time, right? So we really want to make that a priority that nobody gets left out. And in that, also allowing time, we have a bunch of CEO space grads here, and Bert and Alexa, I know you guys do this naturally, is sharing your input, but also fostering ideas from others. Does anybody else have any ideas? And really getting them, and I'll talk about this before we get into lunch, but getting them to be quick, clear, and concise. If somebody starts going off on a tangent, I'm counting on you guys to interrupt them and say, hey, let's stay focused on Juliet, right? Or let's stay focused on this, or thank you for your input, and just, we want to make sure that we're redirecting that. And I know everybody here except for Tony, this might be a little bit new for you, has done this before, but just a quick reminder. Also with that, with Yang, if you need help, like you can private message him. We are going to be setting up a outside group chat. Is everybody on WhatsApp? Is everybody okay with WhatsApp? Is anybody have?
I'm not on WhatsApp right now, but
is there some other platform? I use Signal.
Yeah.
I just want somewhere as a group.
I'm not either.
You're not either. Okay, I don't blame you.
you're talking about Signal, like Basecamp Signal, or you're talking about the chat Signal?
Yeah, Signal is just an encrypted private messaging thing. And I'm open to anything. We don't have to decide today, but I would like somewhere where it's not in Zoom. And let's say I needed to send a message to all of you guys, or somebody's needing help, or you know what I mean? Like, then you can go in there and Yang can see it and the whole team can see it. We can do it within Skype. So I'm open to various ideas. Just let me know, and we'll decide that by our next call, if that's okay. And Tracy and Juliet, I'm kind of looking to you guys, since you're not on there, on what you guys would like.
I actually have it, but you have to teach me how to block people, because I undownloaded it because there was a group I was in that was just out of control. So
Spamming you. Okay. So it sounds like you're okay with using it specific for this event?
yeah.
Okay. Tracy, are you okay using it? And I honor anybody if somebody says, no, I don't want to use it. We'll find something that works for everybody.
Sure. No, new apps, no problem.
Okay. You're the best, Tracy. And I know you're just a short window, but I just want to make sure that if you're in the VIP lunch and you have to take a bio break, right? I want to be able to, emergency happens. I want to be able to support you and chime in and make sure that you get help. All right. So we'll get that set up and working before then. And then also the collaboration, if you have somebody, because really the magic is the event, but it's what happens beyond the event. So if you have somebody that you think has a book, like we want to send people with books to Juliet. So you could be in the chat and saying, hey, Juliet, so-and-so is talking about a book, let's make sure you connect. So really, there's a lot that we can do within that. Any questions about the VIP lunch before I go to the next item? Nope. Okay, you guys rock. Social media shout outs, which I'll share some of that. We're going to be, we have been sharing all of you, but we're working on the media panel now, Tracy, so you'll see stuff going out for you. Anybody that you introduce, you do get a referral fee on that. On the general admission, you get 50%. On the VIP and the elite, it's our standard 10%. The general admission, there's not any extra time or anything like that. So we will track that. Now, even these guest tickets, like Juliet, you referred people that have the free tickets, they're still tracked as yours. So if they get something at the event, if they move on, anything that they do, we have in our CRM that for life of whoever you bring to us, you're going to get paid for the life of that customer. And then the last piece is our participation event royalty pool. And so that is where I'm taking 10% of what comes in. It's not profit, it's what comes in. And I'm splitting that amongst people that get out all their tickets, that help with the marketing and sharing, and really, become a power partner with promoting the event. So in that pool, I'll need, a week or two afterwards, and there'll be full transparency on who's paid, who hasn't. I'll give you guys a report, and then we'll be splitting up that pool of money. Any questions about this? So when you sign in, and this is not for your guests, but when you sign in, you're going to go ahead and go mentor MMI, and you just hit the plus code. Hold on. And then that'll zero it out. Nope. Okay. MMI mentor. Don't you love it when you do things and no? I will get with Young right now and figure out what's
maybe case sensitive.
No, it's not. Mentor registration coupon. Sorry guys, not working. Please fix ASAP and let me know. Okay, thank you. All right, so once you get registered, then you'll get our first email that we send out to everybody. And I invite you guys to fully participate. Like if you haven't updated your bio or you want help with your press release, now obviously we're here to serve the customers first, but if you get the email and you want to participate in this, please do that. That'll and also review that email, especially if you're running a VIP meal, just so that when they're going through things, you're familiar. If they say, hey, what about this in the bio, then at least you have a context of what we're working with. So I want to go through the agenda real quick. Any questions before I move on? All right, you guys are easy here. Okay, so the agenda, and we're going to be providing all of the workshops, the details on here. But we usually, and I got to update this, when we open up, we do the practicing the perfect pitch. And we're going to do that on both days. If you guys remember at the live events, also in what we're doing now, is we're going to talk to people about how to do the elevator pitch. And then we're going to get them in groups and help them with that and give them feedback. So it'll be time for them to practice and give feedback. The one thing that I ask from you guys is just please always be really encouraging. When you're giving feedback, that particular exercise, sometimes people feel a little beat up. I've had a couple people like, oh, I'm not getting it right. And I know that's on them, but just really, take a moment to leave them with something that they did good so that they're working that well. That'll be both mornings. And again, we'll work on their pitch and we'll do a couple of rounds of breaking them out in the breakout rooms. And they're a little bit longer because the idea is to be able to give them feedback. And so as a mentor, please feel free to give input, but also, we're looking for you for input, but also look at the small group too of who else is in there to contribute. Let me blow this up a little bit. So we work on the bio the first day. And again, for this event, this is working on, we do give them the bio the minute they sign up. So we're hoping that people will get started ahead of time, but some will have it and some will not. And we just got to meet them with wherever they're at to be able to work with them on that process. The big thing with the bio is that we want them to brag. We want them to put everything down. We don't want them to think, well, it doesn't have anything to do with what they're doing now, because there's always a way that I've found, if it's relevant, to tie it in. So if you're working with somebody and they're stuck or they say something, just tell them to put it down, just for the exercise. Then when we get into the part 2, or if you have people that have already shown up and they have what they're looking for, what we want to do is, in these sessions, if somebody says, hey, I need help, then we want to be able to pull some of you and meet with them in a breakout room and give them support. So if you, for some reason, are let's say, Bert, you're speaking at, I hope everybody can be there for the whole thing, but if for some reason you cannot help somebody during one of my sessions, then please let Yang know, let us know in the group, hey, I need to step out for a moment. I can't help anybody. Ideally, we're going to be working together, but there are times where we're in the working session and somebody says, hey, I need somebody to look at this. And so we'd like to be able to pull you aside. And again, I'm working with Yang to do this strategically. Like, if somebody that has a book, Juliet, we're going to send them to you as much as possible, right? If it's somebody that's doing a podcast, we're going to look at the podcast thing. If it's somebody that's looking at national exposure, but we're going to also, ideally move them around if they ask for help more than once. So once you get into the room, we'll probably spend about 5 minutes in there. If you need more time, then you can let us know or raise your hand. You can get out at any point just by clicking leave the room in the bottom of that session. But we do like these working sessions to where we can really get in there and support people. So the other piece with the bio that I just want to highlight is, I like to look at numbers, look at significant names, things that build credibility. A lot of times people forget that, and we'll go through this in the training, but please, we want to try to pull those out and highlight those. Any questions about this part so far? Juliet and I are going to do a fun little panel piece here on books. This girl's seen some incredible things about what's going on in the publishing industry. So we're excited to share some of that. Okay, we got to get this updated. Okay, so real quick, anything that I teach, I want you guys to know that I love that open format. Be mindful of when there's something you want to share, just to give me time to finish what I'm talking about, right? Like I might be leading them down a road, so give me a minute, but with all of the things, at least that I'm teaching, I love that collective wisdom. Juliet, you see me constantly calling you out on stuff that you go to, right? Tracy, if there's things that it's like, saying, hey, Juliet, is there anything else? Please just, hey, Shannon, can I contribute something? I'm giving you permission on anything that I'm doing. Please contribute. If it's something that's conflicting with what I'm saying, I don't know if you guys remember Geo. Geo has taught Associated Press style press releases. And when we're talking free press, we're going to be teaching 2 styles. We're going to be talking about Associated Press style, but in free press, we're going to be talking about the style that I teach in Media Magic. And so he would often have a conflict with that. And sometimes he'd get up in front of the room and say he had a conflict with it. It was great because we were good friends, and we had a way of making it stand, how do I say this? I would take his input and still make it valid and still be able to direct him with what we're doing. So if there's something you're in conflict in, please let me know. And, but we want to take people on this particular journey, and please share. You guys are, I surround myself with you guys because you guys know way more than me on a lot of stuff. So especially with, Juliet's a copywriter, Alexa's copywriter, Tracy, all of you guys have this gift with words. So please feel free to raise your hand and contribute. Any comments and questions so far with that? No? Okay. Let me check on time. Oh, we got to end here in just a minute. Sorry, guys. I'm going to hurry as quick as I can because I want to keep to my time. The next day we have the media panel. That's going to be 1:15 to 2:30. I'll be emceeing that. We'll get more information when we get into the next session on that. We have Juliet, you're speaking the next day. Bert, I'm going to be chiming you in throughout. I'm hoping we can meet on that. And so here's the agenda. The last thing that I wanted to make sure I show you before we open up for any final remarks is here is our toolbox of swipes. Here's some of the swipes for mentors. Hold on, let me open this up. You should be able to access things that we're currently sharing. We're working on right now building out the media one and the mentor one, but this is what we've been focusing on initially. There's also some written stuff that they put together in here. Too, there's a QR code, written agenda. So I'm going to give each of you access to this through Google Docs. If you want to drop your Gmail email in the chat, or what's the best one to be able to share that with. If you don't use Gmail and you want me to send it to you another way, just let me know. Say I'd prefer another way. I'm happy to share that, but we're updating this all the time to be able to utilize that. So I am done right now. I just want to hear from each one of you. Any final remarks or anything else? And Bert, hi.
Hey, why don't we give Shannon a celebration? Come on now. We got to give her a celebration.
I love you. So Bert, do you care to do an intro on you real quick? Because we didn't get that in the beginning.
I'm the, what is it? Well, I've been doing seminars for over 27 years all over the world. I've worked with some of the best trainers, shared the stage with the greatest, and I love what I do. And I love Shannon, and that's why I love working with her. Every time we've worked with her, and not only in the Media Magic, but also her business acceleration program, it was awesome. So we're back here, and we're going to have fun. We're going to celebrate. We're going to get people to participate. If you guys agree that we're going to participate, I want you to say yes. Yes. That's what we're talking about. It's all about celebration. It's about participation. We're going to have a good time. We're even going to have some music, Or even better, with all the beautiful women are here, this is the type of music I like to hear. But we're going to have fun. We're going to have a great time. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Bert, what I love about Bert, one of my commitments with events is creating those remarkable events that people remember forever. And Bert has been really instrumental in helping co-create that. And I love you, Bert. He's committed to like that peak potential. When you think of people's peak potential, you're dynamic at that. So Bert, anything on what we went over that you needed?
We got everything. Okay. We got it 3 times. Okay, I have Alexa, Val, myself. We know if anybody missed it, one of the other person got it.
Okay. Val, anything on your end? Comments, questions before we say farewell?
No, I think I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Juliet?
I'm good.
You're good? Okay, awesome. And Juliet has been so amazing at letting us market this in her magazine. She gave us the back cover. And if you guys haven't signed up for a magazine, Juliet, do you mind putting it in the chat again? Awesome. Okay, Alexa, any final remarks for you?
Go, Shannon. We love you.
Okay, love you too. Tracy, any final remarks from you?
So excited, Shannon. Can't wait.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tony.
I'm really excited too, Shannon. I've just was organising my calendar to be there in the middle of the night for the 2 whole days. So,
oh my goodness! Wow. Okay. Well, it's going to be amazing to have you. Thank you, Regina. Any final remarks?
Very excited. Thank you for all of your love and just how you show up, Shannon. You're such a powerhouse and such a collaborative partner.
Oh, you're so sweet. I love you too. Okay, so I have us gathering again on March 28th at 10:15. If that doesn't work, we can always send you the replay, but I'm hoping we have continued collaboration and lifelong relationships of working together. So
before we go, I love you, Regina.
Aww.
Juliet had something else.
I love you too, Bert.
This is so cute. Shannon, I remember I told you that I couldn't make it on the 18th and you said you changed it to the 25th. Is that?
Yes. So the 18th, yes. Yep.
Okay.
So you may have seen on the Zoom where it said the 25th of April, or I'm sorry, the 18th of April. We're going to meet one more time a couple days before the event on the 25th. Perfect. And if you see anything that needs corrected on any of the marketing material, please let us know. We want you to look the best, shine the best. Any suggestions? And I'm so grateful to be collaborating with you guys. I love you. And Alexa, I'm getting on your schedule. We got to talk this week. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Shannon.